University Centre of School of Teaching at Bradford in England. I'm a geographer and very, very excited about helping you to learn about how we can bring the Crete and Cretan landscape into primary classrooms.
So my name is Kate Cleary. I try to work with Howard. History is my subject, and I'm looking forward to working with you to look at Cretan history and how we can bring that back into the primary classroom too.
Geographers and historians have larger canvas than political philosophers. I'm not an expert on sustainability, but I have taught in universities political philosophy for many years, and was always also a primary teacher. So I'm fascinated by the way a philosopher can think about sustainability.
I'm not that originally a Dutchman, but left for Norway, studying and there teaching in a way philosophy, pedagogical philosophy. So you're going to learn something about metacognition, the word I'm sure you are familiar with. It is Greek.
Yeah.
So, this is the first time I can really enjoy the cradle of the European civilization. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much.
It's the first time for me to be here. It's the first time for me to be in a field trip. I'm a psychologist, yes, and I'm very curious with everything what we have to do.
I come from a little village in Austria in the near of Vienna. And I was for many years a teacher in primary school, and my idea is to bring a little sound of music in our program.
I worked in primary for 16 years, and I have this group up on history, so from time to time I teach history in a teacher training college. I like the word sustainability on the screen because for the last, I think, 5 or 6 years I'm working in networks in the Netherlands, trying to get more sustainability awareness in higher education and in primary schools as well.
I'm an English teacher from Kaunas College from Lithuania, and I'm also involved in organizing international relations at the Faculty of Arts. I'm very happy to be here to meet all of you, and I hope we will enjoy our work together this week.
Good morning for me. I'm a music teacher here in the university. I'm from Redmond, and I teach off instrument and vocal music in groups for the students here. I wish for you an interesting time in Redmond.
Full-time position is at the prefecture of Hanya as a translator. I was a translator. I just helped Ioana this year.
And they are very enthusiastic about her, so I hope she blesses.
I'm a linguist. I work here for the Department of Physical Education. I'm teaching courses on language development, bilingualism and second language learning. It's my second year here, and Ioana immediately forced me into this business, which I am grateful for to her. And I'm also grateful to you for being here. I'm very happy we have you here because you give us and my students the unique opportunity to work with international people and who also work in international groups.
In my previous life, I used to be a teacher of primary education, and I liked it very much. I will do it again. Afterwards, I studied geography, and I'm working for a long time now at the University for Teacher Education in Utrecht. The best learning environment is the real environment.
Now, the inquiry approach when it comes to primary teaching is all about asking questions. Where am I? What is this place like? Why is this place like it is? These landscape viewer tubes enable us to look at the landscape. Let's hold up our pictures so that everybody else can see. Superb. Now we're asking why is what's where it is. But instead of telling them, we're working on this voyage of inquiry, this voyage of discovery. Then everything else leads from this.
And if children have their own questions that they want to ask and their own things that they want to find out, then that encourages them to be independent learners. They have identified their line of inquiry. They should be motivated to find out the answers to their questions.
Here was a place where the water nymphs got together, and their queen, or say the leader, was Artemis, the goddess of the wood. What is the meaning of the word Stele?
Yeah.
That's the name of the
Superb.
village.
But it's interesting because a person that explores caves is a speleologist.
Right.
Wow. We need to understand why this is like it is. So the limestone is represented by the sugar cubes. And here, as we can see, there has been unbelievably earth movement, and part of the limestone has collapsed as a result of Africa colliding with Europe. So this is going to be rainwater, and the rainwater, when it falls onto the surface, the upper surface of the limestone. It's torrential rain. Look what's happening. The weathering is taking place. The clints are disappearing. The sinkhole is getting wider. And now we've got a gorge developing here because the roof has collapsed. My finger is now the earth movement. And the earth movement has lifted the land and it's made the water travel in the opposite direction. And in doing that, it widens and it's deepened and it's literally worn away the back wall, producing the gorge. There's one falling down. Fantastic. It just did it.
This ribbon represents time. This little gold peg on my scale would represent when most of you students were born. This represents roughly when we were born, right? So we're working further and further back in time. So, Kevin, you need to be 1500, so you're actually here.
I know my place.
You know your place? Right, so that's that gold peg, that's you. You are... Sorry, Elizabeth. You are here. By spreading them out, you can see just how long, say, the Venetians, when they controlled the area that they called Candia, how long they've been around in Crete. Then you can see the Turkish people coming. They built the fort. That's how long they've been around. So by having a timeline, by spreading it out, you can help children to understand something about the duration